How much protein do you actually need in a day? 60 gram, 100 gram, 150 gram, or 200 grams? And how did you get to that number? I asked these two questions to 4 different people at the gym, and their answers were surprising.
I don't think I eat that much, probably not enough. I would say maybe 20 grams,
20 grams in a day?
20,
Yeah.
30 is not that much, right?
And do you think that's sufficient for you?
It's working, but maybe it's not enough.
I have 30 grams already in me, so I had the Huel in the morning.
Yeah.
That is 30 grams, and then I'm probably gonna have more because I usually get
in a day.
calories
Okay.
from protein.
And that's sufficient for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
So total like 30 grams is
no,
sufficient
probably
for you?
50.
50 is sufficient for you?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I eat around 90
grams in a day?
grams, yeah.
So I don't know the total.
Yeah,
I have no
okay.
clue.
Understood.
I have no clue how much protein I take in a day.
By the way, these people are going to the gym at least 3 to 4 times in a week and are eating healthy protein-rich food. But they are facing the same confusion, and through this video it is my attempt to clarify that confusion and explain how much protein do you actually need and how did I get my protein number. So here is my story. When I started taking fitness seriously, I received confusing information about protein from different people. People at the gym told me that you need protein supplements to build muscles. One article said that high amount of protein is dangerous to the kidneys. Is that really true? I will cover that shortly in the video. Even official recommendation for adults is 0.8 gram per kilogram of body weight protein per day. So for a 60 kilogram person like me, I just need 48 grams of protein. If I have to compare this with an analogy, then you're running a marathon with just enough fuel to not collapse, but not to win the marathon. Even that amount of protein is something that is getting covered in my one meal today. And that's why I dig deeper and found 3 interesting facts. Firstly, 0.8 gram per kilogram of body weight of protein is something that is the minimum requirement to prevent the deficiency and not to optimize the performance or maximize your muscles and for a long-term function. Secondly, as per the International Society of Sports Nutrition, around 1.4 to 2 gram per kilogram of body weight of protein is something sufficient if you are an exercising individual and want to build muscles and maintain them. So if you are someone who is exercising, lifting weights and also care about your performance, then this number is important for you. Thirdly, if you are very lean and dieting aggressively for a photo shoot or a competition, then around 2.3 to 3.1 gram per kilogram of body weight of protein per day would help preserve the muscles while losing the fat. So here is how I would calculate my protein intake depending on if I belong to following 3 categories. So first one is if I'm a sedentary person or a lightly active person where I'm having a desk job and at the same time I'm taking few walks every day. Then in that case I would need 1 to 1.2 gram per kilogram of body weight protein per day. If I'm training 3 to 5 times per week, then in that case I would need 1.4 to 1.8 gram per kilogram of body weight of protein per day. Now this includes strength training or running or hybrid training or any sports activity that you can include. But if I'm in a serious competition prep, let's say high rocks or a marathon, or if I'm in my cutting phase of the bodybuilding where I want to maintain my muscle mass, then I would need 1.8 to 2.2 gram per kilogram of body weight per day of protein. Let's understand this with an example. I'm a 60 kilogram person and I'm training regularly 3 to 5 times per week, which is a strength training. Then I would need 85 to 110 gram protein per day. But if I am in my serious competition prep, which is what I am right now in my high rocks competition prep, then I would need higher protein, which is 160 to 200 grams of protein per day. If you want to know more about my protein intake, then I already created a video on meals where I explained my each meal and how much protein do I take from each meal. That video is popping right now on the screen. Okay, so now you are set to eat the right amount of protein. But what about the fear that many people has where they say high protein will damage your kidneys? That statement is completely false. I personally have been taking more than 150 grams of protein for last 3 years every day, and that has not damaged my kidneys yet. And multiple long-term studies, even there was 1-year trial that was done where that person has taken 4.4 gram per kilogram of body weight of protein, shows zero harm on the kidneys when the person was active individual and had healthy kidneys. Due to high protein, your kidneys do filter more blood, which you call it as higher glomerular rate, but that does not mean that your kidneys are getting damaged. It is similar to how your heart is pumping more blood when you're running at higher intensity. Although one thing which is important is the equal protein distribution throughout the day, because equal protein distribution results in better muscle protein synthesis. Let's understand this with an example. Let's say I'm a 60 kilogram person which is eating 120 grams of protein per day. Then here is how I would distribute it throughout the day. Around 30 grams of protein during breakfast, 30 to 40 grams during lunch, 20 to 30 grams in my post-workout meal or a snack, and 30 to 40 grams in my dinner. So if you could have seen, I have given or distributed more protein during my 2 big meals, which are lunch and dinner. Okay, so now you know how much protein you actually need per day. That number itself will change your body in next 3 to 6 months. If you want to know how nutrition affects your body composition, then watch my previous video about body recomposition, whose link I will provide in the description. And drop your body weight and goal in the comment. I will reply back with the daily protein target that you should keep. I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay healthy and live a fulfilling life. Thank you.